my god. You guys, Alyssa just ruined this hair for me. I FaceTimed her like, you like this yellow? And she goes, come on, Big Bird. Like, really?
No, Big Bird.
Alright guys, so I'm in my kitchen for my vlogging camera and I'm gonna do 2 strand tests first. I'm gonna do one which is yellow, and don't mind if that bowl is dirty. It's okay. And I'm gonna do one with the yellow and a little bit of purple to see if it tones the blonde just a little bit. Just to like see, I'm just testing it out, okay? And so I'm gonna add some of the yellow in here. And then, oh, technically speaking, I'm gonna add some yellow in here too. Oh, wait, it's cute because the bowls are purple, so this kind of just is very aesthetically pleasing, no? Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of perp. Cool. Let's whisk that up with my dirty whisk. And let's see, I'm gonna add some water into these and then we're gonna test the strands to see if the purple adds any toning effect, if that makes any sense at all. By the way guys, in order to have like test strands, you guys know when you guys get a fresh bundle and the very end always has that like annoying like bend in it. I just cut those pieces off and use that for my test strands. So whenever you have a bundle, just cut those pieces off and save them to use them as test strands. That way you can test it before you like color or dye like all of the hair. So pro tip, or just a simple tip, I'm pretty sure people already do that. All right, so we're taking our first strand and dipping it in that. And then we're gonna take the other strand and dip it into that. And let's see if it's a difference. By the way, this makes a huge mess, but I just like wipe my counter off with this bleach spray, not spray, gel, and it gets rid of everything. But sometimes I will add this to a spray bottle with water and I just spray it on my counter. So let's take the whisk and push it in there just to see if there's any difference. All right guys, so here is the strand that had the purple on the left and here's just the regular yellow on the right. I'm gonna use the regular yellow, but I mean, I think this color is pretty. If you're looking for like a more deeper golden yellow, at least now you know how to do that. Just add a little bit of purple and it'll give you that effect. But we're looking for more of this type of yellow, so we're just gonna do that. So before I dip this wig, like always, I'm taking some Vaseline and I'm covering the lace. That way the lace isn't tinted. Although this color is yellow, I still don't want to risk making the lace yellow. I don't think that'll be flattering, so I'm just gonna do a thin layer of this just to protect the lace. By the way, this is a lace closure wig, not frontal closure, because she has a middle part, and so whenever I do a middle part, just get a closure, it's easier. And closures are way easier to style and lay and just make it look natural anyways. Alright guys, it's the next morning. I'm ready to install this wig. I've already blow dried and straightened it just to get out the way. I love this color. I'm really excited to put this on and like do the whole glam just to see the final look. I've actually never done yellow hair before. I was gonna do yellow hair I think like 3 years ago, back in like April. I remember it was around Coachella season, and for some reason everyone kept telling me to do yellow hair and I just never did it. So I'm excited about this because I've been wanting to do this for a while. First, I'm going to, I already have my hair in the middle part because the wig is the middle part. I'm gonna take some edge control and like really push back the rest of my edges so they're not peeking through. I'm actually mad I took my braids out. I need to do them again because it was so much more convenient under my wigs, but I wanted to do a ponytail, so I took them out. By the way, if you guys hear my AC, I'm sorry. It's just really hot, like it's so hot. Hopefully it's not as noisy as my fan though. All right, so before I apply the wig, I'm gonna spray this like leg tan spray on it. I'm gonna spray like as little as I can. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna spray that and then just use a lighter concealer in the part. I'm gonna spray it from all the way back here. I could see it like getting on it, but not too much. I'm trying to do a really thin layer of this. Cool, that should be enough. And then I'm gonna take a napkin and just like squeeze the excess out of it because it can get kind of oily. So I'm just squeezing the excess product. And I'm gonna put this on and see what, oh yeah, that spray definitely did what I needed to do. Okay, let's brush it out. Oh, I can tell this is gonna look really pretty once I mold it down and cut the lace off. This should be a breeze. You know, I actually had another video planned today, like a completely different video. It's just I ordered all the stuff on Amazon this time around, and everyone knows that Amazon has been delayed with their shipping, and so everything came last minute. Like it all came last night, and it's like I really want to execute it and not like rush this because I think it could be really good, and it's like it's just a video that requires like a couple days to complete, and so I had a backup plan, and I tweeted about this and I gave people clues and they didn't guess this, and so I'm happy because I mean I want to do this anyways. I just want to do the other one first, but the other one will be for next Friday, and then after that we have, after next Friday we have like, I want to say like 2 more episodes, and then we're done. And I already ordered everything I need for my finale, and I'm really excited about that. If I can execute that, then I'll feel so content with my life, but we'll see, because I actually have to like make clothes. Well, I don't have to, well I do, because I couldn't find the outfits of which I was looking for, so I'm gonna stop talking before I give it away, but I'm gonna apply a thin layer of this gel right here. Well, damn, that's not a thin layer. It's kind of thick, but it's okay. I freaking love closure wigs. If you are new at wigs, get a closure. It's so convenient. They offer 5x5 closures now and 6x6, so you can have that frontal effect but still have a closure, but closures are so much more convenient. It's less like customization, it's less work. So if you're new at wigs, I 100% recommend closures over frontals, like 100%. Like some of the looks I've had to do, I've had to use a frontal, like the Rihanna half up, half down, I had to use a frontal for that. But man, if I could use a closure for every single one of these looks, I would, because closures are just so much more easier to work with, and I'm all about things being, you know, I don't want to say easy, but I don't want things to be more difficult than they need to be, you know? So let that dry. All right, so I have my scissors and I believe the gel is dry enough. So I'm gonna start from this side, cut that, and then cut this too. Erica J does this thing where like she cuts this part of the lace to make it look more natural, and I still haven't mastered that. Like, if you watch her, you know what I'm talking about, and I still don't know what she like means exactly. Like I never feel like I cut the right part that she's talking about. But I'm gonna just take my scissors and then just drag it across like that. Oh, and that freaking tan spray was perfect. Look how that's melting. Yeah, that's perfect. I think it depends on the color too, because when I've used this medium tan, because I have light glow and medium glow, not tan, I'm so used to talking about makeup. And when I used this medium on, I forgot which wig it was, but I used it on one wig and I'm like, okay, this looks way too dark. But it could have been the color, but this looks perfect. Like that looks perfect. Wow. Scalp is loading. We just gotta cut a little bit more off. You guys see what I do right there? By the way, I want to say thank you to you guys that tune into my other content. Like, I know you guys like these like recreations in the wig series, and I only planned it because I had stopped doing wigs for so long. I want to give you guys what you guys like and enjoy, but I'm still happy you guys enjoy my other content because I don't want to just be like a wig or hair channel. Like, I like doing so many other things, and so I'm just happy that you guys still engage in that and like the other content too, because I put effort into like all of my content, you know, and so it makes me happy that you guys engage in that too, because it's like with YouTube, when you do too much of one thing, you become like, you put yourself in a box, and I've never wanted to do that because I just like so many different things. I never want to be limited to one thing. And so like when I seen you guys' response to this recreation series, I'm like, okay, I'm happy they're enjoying that, but I hope they still enjoy my other content. And you guys seem to, you know, enjoy everything, so I'm really happy about that because I didn't want to put myself in a box. And so that's why, like, for my next series of this type of style, it's not going to be wigs. I'll be recreating things, but it's not gonna be wigs because I feel like I've been doing so many wig videos. Like, I've never done this many before in my life. So I'm noticing with her yellow, it's almost like it's kind of pushed up a little bit. I don't know how to get that effect, but I'm just gonna like bump this part, and I'll insert the pictures to show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a little more bumped in the front. And her yellow is more softer than mine, but I wasn't sure how to really get that effect. And I kind of like this yellow on me, so I'm not mad at it, you know? Can't get the perfect color every single time, but I think this looks good still. Okay, that's really lumpy. Oh, awesome. Okay, so I see she has like a very light baby hair swoop in the front, so we need to do that. Ooh, I like the effects the baby hairs are giving. So I know it looks like she's like two on the side and one in the middle, so that's what I'm doing. We have one more little swoopy to go, but I like that. It looks good. Oh my god, you guys, Alyssa just ruined this hair for me. I FaceTimed her like, you like this yellow? And she goes, come on, Big Bird. Like, really?
No, Big Bird.
You're annoying. I think it looks good. Big Bird. Now I'm not gonna be able to freaking take this seriously the rest of the freaking video. I'll be thinking about Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Come on. But I think it looks good. I like this color.
No, the color's really pretty.
But do we need to cut her into a bob?
No, let me see. It's like a bob would be cute.
I want to cut it to this length. I feel like it look good right here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
Look, wait, go a little bit upper. Upper. Oh my god, is that a word?
Upper?
Like more bob.
I think it should be a little shorter, right?
Shorter.
That part. Okay, I'll call you back. I get influence. It's not just me who wants all these wigs to bobs. But Summer's hair is long. However, I do just want to cut this a little bit. Like, maybe just this much off. I feel like it would look a little better. So I'm gonna just cut this much off. I'm not gonna cut it too short though. Like, you want me to tell that I cut it shorter. Let me stand up to show you guys. I'm just cutting off these ends because you see how the ends get thinner and it just looks a little raggedy. I'm just cutting, I'm like blunt cutting it like that. I'm actually so satisfied with how this looks, and that was way easier than I thought it would be. Like, that was very easy. So let's do the makeup now. The makeup is a little more detailed, so we'll see how I execute that. And then I have to draw on a face tattoo and a neck tattoo to really commit to this part, and that's gonna be the challenging part because I've never done that. So let's get into the glam. Alright, so this is my favorite part of this entire video. If you are still here with me, 1, thank you. 2, comment a yellow heart to let me know down below. So first, I'm going to prime my lids using this P. Louise base, and then I'm going to use this NARS palette that had the shades that I was looking for, the ones I just circled. And I'm going to start off with like that warm like sienna color first, and then I'm just going to like pack on the brown. This smoky eye was so easy to do, and it came out so nice, and the fact that I did it with just 2 shades, like this was really easy. Like I don't really have much to explain. I literally just put the warmer, lighter color first and then just packed the brown on top of that and just fused those together with a fluffier brush, and boom, you have the smoky eye that she has in this photo. So now for brows, I use this Benefit pencil, Precisely My Brow in the shade number 4, and then I'm gonna use my Urban Decay brow box, or whatever it's called. I think it's called brow box, in the shade Blackout, and I'm just gonna create some really nice defined brows with that. I tried to make them as thin as possible because her brows are thin in the photo, but my natural brows aren't thin, like they're kind of thick, so it's kind of hard to create that effect. It's like, yeah, you can do that and put a whole bunch of concealer on, but it looks messy, so I just did what I can do, and I was pretty content with how my brows came out. So now for the face, I first primed mainly around my nose area with this blurring primer by CoverFX, which is actually really good. I then mixed my 2 NARS foundations, the All Day Weightless or Luminous Weightless foundation in the shades Syracuse and Tahoe. Mixed those together, and then I blended it out, obviously. And I have a napkin because I like to squeeze the sponge while I'm doing my forehead, and that's how I avoid getting like a lot of foundation in my hair. I just squeeze the sponge before I blend out that area. I always do that. And so after that, I concealed using this Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and I just love concealer, man. It's like my favorite part. I wish I could make some type of like compilation video of just me applying concealer, because I feel like it just brings everything together every single time. So before even setting my under eye concealer, I decided to take the 2 shades I used in the top part of my eye and create the smoky effect on the bottom. And I did this because I feel like with my eye shape, if I put too much like shadow underneath, I look like a raccoon. And so I wanted to be able to really alter it and make sure it stayed neat. And so before I set my concealer, I applied a layer of that. And then after I set my concealer, I took the warm like sienna shade and took a fluffier brush and just like fused it out so it didn't look like a sharp line, if that makes sense. And so, yeah. So now to create that lime green liner, I'm going to take this Huda Beauty palette, which I can't fully show because it's broken, and this ended up falling on my lap and it got all over my sweats. And I took this light blue liner. Now you could use like a white liner, but I feel like the light blue is better because blue is already kind of like, it's on the edge of green, you know, they're very close in color, and so I felt like using this light blue would help bring this green out. And you need to put a liner first before applying the shadow, or the shadow won't stick to your waterline properly. And so I did this and it worked out perfectly fine because I didn't have any like actual liner this color, and so I was able to create the look myself, and I thought it looked really good. After completing my eyes, I decided to take my transformation palette to brighten my under eye. And at first I thought I looked very washed out, but then I forgot I hadn't set my entire face yet or put on any bronze or any of that. And so now I'm setting my entire face with my Sephora Micro Smooth powder. And then I don't remember what I did next after this. What did I do? Oh, I went and I set my underbrow and just made sure that the shadow underneath my brow after, you know, concealing my brows looked blended and seamless. So now I'm just gonna, you know, do some basic bronzing. I'm using this Dior Backstage Contour Palette. And then for blush, I'm going to take this Anastasia blush. It's like a blush trio, and I picked it up because I want to use the pink, but the pink is broken, like a lot of my palettes are, so I end up using the red instead. I know, like, I'm way ahead of the game. We haven't even got to that part yet. I'm just letting you guys know right now that that's what I did. So I contoured my nose, used my Hoola Bronze by Benefit and my Transformation palette. Then I applied some mascara, which is by Fenty. And then the lashes I used today are Jade by Huda Beauty. I almost went more dramatic, but for whatever reason, when I put the Jade lashes on, like, I guess like in contrast with this eye look, they looked more dramatic than they typically do. So it worked out because I know, like, you know, I want to show you guys different lash options. It's just that these are kind of my fave and they work with my eye shape and they're not uncomfortable and they're not too heavy because most lashes are for my eyes and I end up ripping them off, you know, after like 5 minutes. So these look pretty good. So I just placed them on, used some liner in order to cover the band, and I believe that was pretty much it for the eyes. Well, at least until later. Now for lips, she had a very like basic glossy lip, which I was obsessed with because you guys know I love my gloss. So first I lined with Chestnut by MAC, and I didn't like the fact that I did this because for some reason Chestnut has been looking extra warm on me, and I don't like when liners look too warm, especially for certain looks. And so I tried to put on gloss to see if that would, like, you know, fix it, but it didn't. So I wiped it off. I put like a nude liquid lip on to try to tone it down, and it was still too warm for me. So then I took this eye pencil, which is like a brown, and it's pretty much like the same color as Chestnut, but it's more like a cool tone brown, and it looked much better. And I had the same experience in my last video where I was being very picky with my liner, but that's because Chestnut has been looking way too warm. I don't like when they look way too warm. Alright guys, I'm not going to lie. When I was doing the wig, I was thinking, damn, this is gonna be a boring ass video. Here I am doing a solid color, middle part, and I didn't think it was like the perfect shade of yellow, so I was kind of in my head about it. But now that I've done the face for it, I am in love with this. Like, this looks so good. And I was kind of nervous because I don't really do too many smoky eyes because I have hooded lids and they'll kind of like just make my eyes just disappear. But this with the pop green liner, like, this is looking good. So now I'm gonna attempt to do some tats to really seal the deal. Let me go to the picture. And we're gonna just, we're gonna really get into formation, okay? I'm really excited about this. I don't know what that is. I'm not a freestyle girl, but I am gonna do a neck tat because I have to. I feel like that'll bring everything together, no? Before I do that though, I'm gonna go put on a tank top. I don't wanna, like, you know, tap myself up and whatnot and then take this shirt off and mess it up. I've been trying not to curse too much in my videos, you peep me? I don't want to mess it up, so let me go change to my top. Ooh, every time I look at my freaking viewfinder, whatever this thing's called, monitor, I'm just like, wow, like, this is coming together. So I'm kind of like getting in a better mood. So let me go change my top. We're gonna get blasted and then we'll close up this video, I guess. Alright guys, I'm ready to get tatted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of very much feeling myself. When I looked in my mirror in my room, it's like the studio lights, you're gonna always hit in those. It's all about the lighting out there. And I look good, so, ooh. So I need to figure out what am I tatting on my face? If this ruins my entire beat, I'm gonna be livid. I actually found this like old liner I have from Deck of Scarlet that's not too pigmented. So I think this will give me the effect I want. I just pinched it together to get like a finer tip. And I think that I'm gonna do, I don't know. I'm gonna just do like a random symbol. How's that focus? Sorry guys. Okay. I'm gonna speed this part up because it's gonna take me a long time. I'm not gonna talk because I don't wanna mess myself up. I'm gonna freestyle. We're gonna see what I come up with. Doing this face tattoo is hard because even in her picture, it's not even clear what she has. And so I essentially I freestyled and I let my hand, you know, take me to where it needs to take me. And I came up with just some swirls, to be honest. It wasn't much detail. I almost want to do a sun, but then I thought it would be too big, and her face tattoo isn't that big. And also, like, you know, if the sun was too small, it wouldn't have detail. And so I just did some squigglies and I called it a day, man. Honestly guys, I don't know what the hell that is, but you get the vibe. I think the neck tat is more important. Girl, I don't know how to draw a freaking rose because it looks like that's the kind of flower she has on her neck. It looks like a rose. All right, I have roses on my arm. I'm gonna look at that as a reference. Oh, come on, let me go to Google, like how to draw a rose. You know those little step-by-step photos? Oh, boom, it pops up, how to draw a rose, period. I never do this. You know those makeup artists that like do the really cool, like just different murals and stuff on their face? You're cool, because me just doing this little stuff is making me realize that that takes a lot of talent, time, patience, artistic skills. Like, y'all tight as hell, because I'm over here like, how do I draw a rose? It's not a rose, but it's a flower. Doing this rose tattoo, you know, it was fun actually because I've never done anything like this, but it's not a rose like I just said, okay? It didn't look good, but I noticed that like, just draw a whole bunch of lines and just make it look really detailed. And then after doing this, I took an eyeshadow palette and used a black in order to add some shading, you know, like how they do in real tattoos. And it came together kind of nice. Like, is it kind of confusing what it is? A little bit, unless I told you, but I think I did a fairly good job. And to be honest, I kind of want or almost need a neck tattoo. Like, I feel like it totally matches who I am on the inside. So I might have to get one of these. Okay, am I bugging, or did I kind of do a semi-good job? Like, would you ever trust me to do your tattoo? Probably not, but that looks kind of legit. Is it a rose? No, but I think it looks pretty good. So let me just stare at this photo a couple more seconds to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. One more thing I want to do, I'm gonna take this same Huda Beauty palette I used to create that green liner and use this like shimmery green. And because her liner's going in, but I can't do that because of my folds, I'm just gonna place it right there just to try to get that same effect. You see, did that not like bring it together a little bit? It's all about little details. All right, so that small detail just completed the look. I'm so satisfied with how this came out. I love the makeup, I love the hair, I love the entire look, and I hope I did a good job to you guys at least. I'm pretty satisfied with it, but let me know down below if you guys think that I executed this look, what I could have done differently. I'm welcoming feedback just as long as it's nice and not mean. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. If you didn't, it's okay to thumbs down, I don't mind. If you're not subscribed already, but you enjoy this kind of content, then you might as well subscribe because I'm gonna be posting more like it, and I'll see you guys on Monday.